What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Sydney, and welcome back to another vlog of our new homestead. Today we are going to be transplanting some starts. I'm not sure if I want to put them in a just up pot them, or just put them in a container. I think I probably put them in a container that we already have, depending on how much soil that we already have. So let me show you some of the starts that we have. All right, so here's some of the starts that we got from a local nursery. We like to support small mom and pop stores. These are the ones I really want to get into the ground. As you can see, it's a lot of deficiency. It's probably a lot of roots in here. And these are the yellow straight neck squash. I think I'm going to do these in bed. We're going to be doing a tour here soon, or a video showing you how to start a no-till bed. So I think I'm going to do those in bed instead of in container, because I'm not sure if those are bush variety. Here we have some cayenne long slims. They're probably, let me see if they're, how the stems look. It's probably reaped, but yeah. So as you can see, these are getting kind of close to where they need to be, either in ground or wherever they need to be at. I'm also going to be, these are another attention ones that I need to put my full attention to. These are some cucumbers that we need to plant. I don't want to disturb the roots on these as well. These are the Hale's Best Jumbo. You could kind of see some of the roots coming out of here, so definitely want to be up potting these. Unfortunately with these, I might plant some into the backfield and around the property, because those I want to get established as soon as possible. These are zucchinis. These are just the regular zucchinis, gray zucchinis. I love me some zucchinis. Doesn't look like I can see too much root system that's popping up through here, so we might be good. So those four are the major ones I want to get into the ground. The rest of these should be okay, because they're just tomatoes and pepper. Now, normally we don't buy a lot of starts for the simple fact we like to grow our own seeds, start own seeds per se. And that's why, because when you go to plant stores, big box stores, they give you a certain variety, and with seed stores they have a more variety. So that is the reasons why we like to start our plants from seeds. So we thought we could overwinter these. A lot of these are pepper plants that didn't get overwintered, that Texas Arctic frost kind of killed a lot of these. So we're just going to repurpose a lot of these potting mixes with some compost and some black cow. I think I'm going to start doing a lot of that from the potting station that we have here. Mrs. Nakid Gardener wants a bigger potting station. I want to possibly do a longer one, because this is not too long. Probably want to make this probably a 4-foot section, or maybe an 8-foot section. Not sure. Comment down below, let us know how long you think we should do it, 4 or 8 foot long. So here we have some of compost that we've had from our old property, and this was something I wish I could have got more of. So I'm going to be sifting this out and incorporating that along with some other amendments with the old potting mix. I'm going to put those pepper and tomato plants in these 5-gallon containers, fabric containers. All right, so let's go over here so we could kind of show you where we're going to be planting all those squashes, melons, and things that don't like their roots to be disturbed as much. It's basically where Mrs. Nakid Gardener, where we're going to put her herb kitchenette or her kitchen garden at out in this space. I have some took that one cattle panel that we did for our tomato alley, and I want to have that as a trellis options for the cucumbers to climb up on. And then right next to it, even though they're not really compatible, they're more of a combatant with each other, the cucumbers and the squashes. So, but I will still kind of plant those next to each other. I'll just have to plant more marigolds and nasturtiums right near them, so kind of deter the other pests. Right now I just want to focus on the peppers and the tomatoes to get those growing, because they're look kind of weak, their stems look kind of weak. So we're gonna concentrate on those for today, and on the later video we'll do the squashes, melons, and other things. So the temperatures have been fluctuating here lately. Most of these peppers you don't want to be let stay out once the temperature are below 50, because you could possibly stunt the growth. And the way these are kind of starting to get some type of discoloration from their leaves, I want to kind of up pot these, put some nutrients in the soil, get some organic matter in there. And I've noticed that they're starting to get some aphids, so that's a good sign that the plants are getting kind of weak, and that the soil needs to be amended so it allows the soil to get healthy to help feed the plants. All right, so I got the big wheelbarrow. It says about 7.5 cubic feet that we got from one of the big box stores. Mrs. Nakid Gardener wanted it, which was a good idea. I'm glad we got it. What I'm gonna do is now take the old spent container mix and sift it out. Make sure there's no bugs, insects. Check for if there's anything in there that doesn't need to be in there. If it is, we'll just throw it out into the field. We'll take this 5-gallon bucket to make sure we're getting some equal parts. I know for sure we don't have enough black cow. However, I know for sure we have plenty of compost. So that way I'll know that we'll have at least a right amount of mixture for that. And then from there, we'll mix it all thoroughly, get it kind of saturated and mixed up. So I got some grub worms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I squished 11 just out of that one container. We did have a lot of grub worms in that in our backyard, so hopefully it won't carry on to this yard. All right, so we're gonna call it a quits there on dumping out the potting mix that we had previously. We are going to now do, it was 4 containers that I did, so we're going to try 4 buckets of 5-gallon buckets of some of this compost. We're going to sift it out, and then we're going to add some amendments and possibly even some black cow, so that way you can see how we get it all incorporated into this mix. This is a good way to repurpose soil that you had in your containers. So let me show you how that looks, and then we'll start sifting out that compost. So we have all of the sifted out container mix that was used from the previous year, all sifted out. There was a lot of, like I said, there was a lot of grub worms in all of these. So we need to find a solution for that. Comment down below, let us know if you have a solution to get rid of the grub worms all organically. Then we took the same amount of portions of matured compost and sifted that all out. I got to get me a compost bin because the compost that was not finished composing or just too large to fit through the sieve, I just put it down out in the ground where the ruts were from where the sellers of the previous home had their little RV at. So I just put it there for right now. So I definitely got to start that before the end of this week. Get me a good compost going. Now we're going to start adding some of the amendments and get that all incorporated, start filling up these containers and start transplanting these peppers. All right, so I forgot to hit the record button. That's the bad thing about not having your Penny Marshall director here, Mrs. Nakid Gardner. So I'm going to tell you what I've added in here. So what I did was I've added 2 cups of worm casting. I did 1 cup of azomite, and then I did 2 cups of vermiculite, and then I did 2 cups of perlite. So now we're just going to mix this up and start setting up the containers.
Over the last few days, we have been potting up a bunch of our little baby plants that we got from the local nursery. The tomatoes, the peppers, what else was there?
We got some squashes and some watermelons and everything, but we're going to save those for mostly when we do our in-ground. We're about to do a layout, show you how we're going to do the layout to get a perfect square once we fence in everything of our new kitchen garden that we have out here. It's basically almost like a Pythagorean theorem, however it's less math, and we'll show you how to do that.
It confuses me anyway.
So we're right next to a stake right now, and then over here 23 feet away should be another stake. In between each bed we have 18 inches. Each of the beds are going to be 30 inches, 18 feet long. That's how you get your 23 feet. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the 25 feet, 6 inches, and we're going to do a run, since that's the run. And then we got 23 feet for the length here, so we do 23 feet and do the rise, since that's going up. All right, then all you got to do is hit the diagonal, and it gives you the cross member to let you know what you have to get to be a square.
We have to come up with that number on the crosses.
On the diagonal.
Okay.
So we're going to use this number to go across here to find that point, and we're going to use 25'6" to get that point, and then do the same thing at the other point, and that's when we know we have a perfect square.
So question, looking at this, where is the hedge line going to be?
It's going to be on this side.
Okay, so that's the hedge line, the road, and that's what I'm looking at there. Okay, I'm starting to understand a little bit more.
Okay. So this one needs to be at 23 feet.
So, what's it at? Is it at 20? Okay, so you had to move that.
Now we're going to get the cross diagonal, and get this diagonal. So this one's going to be at 20 feet, 25 feet, 6 inches. And what we said our diagonals would be 34 feet.
34.4?
34 feet, 4 inches, and 1/16, give or take. (25 foot 6), 34 and the 16th. There. So now the blue one needs to be at 34 feet 4, and this one needs to be at 25 foot 6. Alright, so now we're gonna test it out. We know we got 25 foot 6 there. So now we're gonna take a measurement there to see what it comes out with. Hopefully it should fall into place. So it's a perfect square. So this is going to be the inside of our garden bed.
Like right in here?
Yep. So what I want to do before we put out any of our containers is I want to do an in-ground bed of a no-till method. We'll do that on the next video. But how we want to do it and set it up is set up our, from right there, we're going to put 18 inches in, and then we're going to do a 30-inch wide raised bed, and then right next to it we're going to put a cattle panel going across this way, so that way the cucumbers will be able to climb up and then offset our in-ground plants that we're going to be putting in here. And then the rest, we might even put your sunflowers that you wanted on the outskirts of right here.
And I requested a few more cattle panels.
Yeah, and so in between we're going to do like an archway, just like Jess does at her Roots and Refuge.
I like that, where the plants that want to grow have a place to go.
Yeah, and that way we can grow some more peas, beans, and whatever type of, those rapiquinos, whatever that you like.
Zucchino rapicantes.
Yeah. So if you found that tip very helpful, make sure you give us a thumbs up. It really helps our channel out. Now, you don't have to have that calculator to get you the squareness of what area that you're trying to do. I'll put a description down below of an app that you can download, where if you take your measurements of your length times your width, it'll give you your diagonal measurements. Now, if you're not part of our family, join us and hit that subscribe button on your way out. Now, if you want to see other vlog videos, we'll put a playlist above so that way you can follow along. Until the next video, let's grow together.
Let it grow.